I am Lisa Broom. I am the mother of a child with juvenile arthritis. My child was diagnosed, all the way back when they were about a year and a half old. They're 17 now, so it's been a lifelong kind of journey that we've been on. Luckily, our pediatrician did know about juvenile arthritis, so they started in their knees, their fingers, looked like bowling pins, we realized, and it's been in their jaw. They've even had uveitis, which is a form of inflammation that can be in the eyes. There's so many different things that can happen with this disease and so many other diseases that it's linked to. So we're always watching for new symptoms. They get sick all the time due to the biologics, immunosuppressants that they are very necessary. They have to be on. If my child didn't have these medicines, they would be in a wheelchair. And that's just the fact, because every time we've kind of tapered off and seen how their disease is going without meds, it's flared right back up and they can't walk. So our insurance company decided that we were going to be placed on a biosimilar. They were not going to cover the name brand drug anymore, and they were switching all their patients to the biosimilar, which saves them money. But as a parent, not knowing much about biosimilars, I was terrified. Again, because there aren't that many drugs to try for this disease. And what if I fail this? And then I can't go back on one that was working because the efficacy has gone down now. Once you're off of it, you can't go back. It's not going to work again. Your body has overcome it and it's done. So being forced onto a biosimilar was pretty scary at first. At the time, I did not know much about biosimilars. Like I always do research every time we get a new diagnosis or, but I don't want to trust myself. I want to hear it from the professionals. I wanted to hear it from, the rheumatologist or someone in the know. Is this similar enough? What are the differences? I'm a very scientifically minded person, but I wanted to make sure that I was understanding how exactly they're made and how close they are to the original drug so that I know that this is going to work and it's not going to cause any harm. I actually had 4 main questions when we were told that the insurance company was switching to a biosimilar. One, of course, efficacy. Is it going to still work? 2, what's the cost going to be? If they're covering it, how much are they covering? And how much is that going to change? Because we were on a copay assistance card with the original. And so we were only paying $5 a month and then making sure that that's going to be covered as well. So yes, the insurance company is saving. Am I going to save money too? Or is this suddenly going to get put onto me? So that was a big scare. The other one is side effects. My child has had to watch their stomach issues throughout this journey. There can be a lot of different side effects with different drugs. Are there any other ingredients that are going to cause some kind of allergic reaction? And are we going to have to go back to the meds that actually sting? And that was another big concern that they have, because just before this, they had switched to a citrate-free drug for the original. We started on the biosimilar last spring. It is now October of the next year. Luckily, it's actually been great. We have seen 0 effects, 0 side effects, 0 change in efficacy. It's still working the same as the original drug, so that's been great. Would have loved to know that ahead of time, but here we are, really thrilled that it is actually working really well for them. No sting. I would say to any parent or any person that is being forced to switch via, insurance, you know what? Find out the information for yourself. It's very easy online now, more so than when we had to switch. There's information on the Arthritis Foundation website, arthritis.org. There's videos to watch, but also see if you can schedule like a 10-minute visit with a rheumatologist or a nurse. If you have questions, there are answers out there. Actually, the first person who was able to take the time to actually explain the difference to me and actually calmed my fears finally was the pharmacist. he actually spent 10 minutes talking to me, which was amazing. And so I would say whatever source it is that you trust, make sure it's a medical professional. Asking about others' journeys is really helpful too. And knowing that there's other people out there going through the same thing that you are going through.